One of the favorite memories for me in this entire journey of the Boutique Hub over 10 years is seeing the rise of different tools and products and relationships in our industry that have impacted so many. And one of those has been the rise of CommentSold. From the very beginning, Brandon and Amanda were a part of the Boutique Hub, and we're able to launch CommentSold in a large part to our community from the very beginning. So to see the rise and dominance of both live selling, but also what CommentSold as a tool has done for our industry has been really remarkable. Now, in the last, I'll say 2 years, man, the changes in our algorithms and our world post-pandemic, and also just big changes at CommentSold have really left us an opportunity to talk about what's the future? Where's CommentSold going? What is happening to the future of live selling? And what is the next frontier? What's the next opportunity? So whether you're new to the platform or you've been around for a long time, I'm excited to let you in on this really honest and forward conversation that I think was really insightful with Gigi, or Gautam, as you know him, the CEO of CommentSold. We're going to dig into where CommentSold's been, but more importantly, where it's going, what you can expect along the way, and also some of the really cool new features that they just launched. One that I'm excited about both for retailers and for wholesale brands is the new multi-stream feature. So we're going to uncover it all. We're going to talk about the honest conversations, the honest questions today, and talk about where CommentSold is headed next. So tune in. I know you're going to love this one. Meet my friend Gautam, the CEO at CommentSold, for an in-depth conversation you're not going to want to miss.
Let's talk about your business, strategy, and the juicy details of what actually works, from mainstream fashion to fashion on Main Street, and the entire ecosystem behind it. How do we scale your company and do it with the balance and the happiness that we all seek? Let's hear from those insiders, experts, and strategists that actually make it happen. I'm your host, Ashley Alderson from the Boutique Hub, and I can't wait to chat.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show this week. I have a very special guest. Gautam, it is so good to see you. Thanks for joining me on the show today.
Good to see you too.
So I think most of your customers know this, but internally you're referred to as Gigi. This is your friendly nickname. So we'll go back and forth today on that. But I'm excited. You've been busy since I've seen you last. You've got lots of updates to share today. But before we get into all those updates, take me way back in case one of your customers or a listener of the podcast hasn't had an opportunity to meet you yet and hear your journey with CommentSold. Tell me about how you first discovered CommentSold, where you heard about the platform, and just kind of your background leading you up until this point with the company.
Well, let's talk about the background first for a moment, right? I'm a technologist, been doing this for 25 years. Almost, I would say. As through my journey, right, as I grew through companies and came into executive roles, I got into venture capital and private equity. And one of the companies that I got very closely associated with was Permira, the private equity fund that ended up investing in CommentSold. And at the time I discovered CommentSold, I was actually a principal in Permira. Before that, I had done multiple executive roles in companies in the Permira fund. So they are very close to me. And when we were looking at investments, which was very close to my heart, connected to the creator world, we were actively looking for places where we could see how can we enter as a private equity into the world of creator enablement and what we call as next generation of commerce, right? And basically, we got like one of the investment banks came to us with CommentSold, and it was like an instant fit for me. So I was like, we have to do this. So I was the primary proponent for the deal inside Permira. So made sure that it happens because from day one we were like, this is revolutionary. What Brandon has created is really ahead of times, and we need to make sure that we take this to the potential it can be, which is a global company with massive presence.
Very exciting times. When you first came into CommentSold, and even into this role, what were some of your very first goals as you got started? And were there any surprises that led you to shift those goals early on in this journey?
Well, I'll be frank as much as possible while being structured. So look, the thing is that as I said, we were very excited about the company, obviously, because of the
Mm-hmm.
space it is in and the possibilities, right? And there are a
Mm-hmm.
couple of surprises. Like, obviously, I come into companies as an investor, board member most of the time, and I only take executive roles in very few companies out of the ones that I have been in the board or been an advisor or investor in. And what we found was that CommentSold had an amazing start, but the platform needed massive upgrades for it to stay competitive. That was the first surprise, I would say. We were not ready for how unhappy the customer base was, a part of the customer base, not all of it. And we were like, okay, so what is happening? So we drove deep into it, and as we dove into it, we realized that uh, the platform needed upgrades, needed competitive edge. And that was one of the main reasons I kind of dropped in and decided to join the executive team because we needed to make changes that were what we call as transformational to the company, starting from the product as well as the way we go to market and the way we perceive what our customers needed. CommentSold is really really cool for our top customers. It is built for their requirements, but it's
Mm-hmm.
always been built on what the customer asked for. We wanted to look around the bend and say, let's do things that they haven't asked for yet. Let's fix everything that they asked for. Let's make it solid, but also do things that they haven't asked for yet that will change the game. That was the main intention of me coming in
Mm-hmm.
and joining.
I'm sure there was a lot of lessons in that journey, more probably than you can share or count. Is there anything like if you could go back to you coming into the company and taking over a leadership role, is there anything you would do different looking back now?
Um, well, there's always room for improvement, right? There's always room for improvement. My ideal situation didn't happen. We didn't really. I wanted to do it without actually taking over leadership role. That was, and that took. We did that for a year and a half almost after investment, because the intention was not for me to jump in. It's actually not the best situation for somebody of my caliber to just do focus on one thing. But this had so much opportunity, and we did not see the traction we wanted. So my ideal situation would have been that I don't jump in and we still drive this, right? And I think a lot of customers and everybody would be happier with that. So it was not an ambition, but it was a kind of between a compulsion and dedication to my investors and customers that made me take the decision and jump in. And I don't regret anything from then on after I've jumped in because I've been able to. I believe that we have been able to deliver some real progress.
Yeah, I'm sure that was not an easy move for you to make, but moving on to where we are now, I know since you've taken over, you've been very busy with all kinds of changes and new developments. Talk to me about some of the very first things you talked about early on, just solidifying the base, right? Really working on the core product. What were some of the biggest changes you made right away to the core product that you feel like really solidifies it for where Comment Sold's going in the future?
Yeah. So when I came in, the first things I noticed was that just overall two main things that customers were really struggling with was the quality of our websites, the websites we could spit out, and also the inventory management and integration with partners that we didn't have. We did not
Mm,
have the proper Facebook and ad tracking with Instagram ads, with Google ads. We did not have integration with the proper shipping agents. Our inventory was going out of sync quite a lot. So for the first 6 months of my tenure, I would say last quarter of last year and the first quarter of this year, we called it is just core era. Just fix the core era, right? We did not work on anything new. Just went in. We called it refactoring. So we went in and took the code, which was one big piece of code, and refactored it into modules, which now allows us to create APIs that then allow us to start integrating with things. So it was a structural change. Another very big deal. So if you think about what customers can see in front end, The first was the CMS that came out, which has a full website feature development now with graphics and layers and and now templates. Like templates is releasing this week, so you can save templates and build a website in 5 minutes. Second was the categories. CommentSold, being an e-commerce product as well as a live commerce product, did not have the category structure. So products would come in and sit in one simple rows and rows of products. And the only way to categorize them would be collections. So if you go to CommentSold boutique sites, you see hundreds of collections on the menu item. Because the only way they could categorize jeans, skirts, floral tops is to create a collection, right? Now, every website has a button called Shop All that automatically categorizes everything that's coming in into pre-built collections. So it reduces the amount of work they have to do significantly. That was a structural change, massive. But those two things were needed us to do modules, change the way inventory is managed, because otherwise you cannot do categories. So I don't want to go into like geek speak, but it was in the words of my engineers, this is open heart surgery. But I think we're past this phase, and the platform is much more stable and has a lot more features now.
I would agree with that. Tell me more about, and I love the geek speak, so you're not going to lose me on this. But I think that retailers also love the geek speak of inventory management and also all the new reporting that you guys added.
Yes.
Can you talk to me more about the reporting? Because that information is so powerful. And you know that at the Hub, this is what we coach to every single day. So how did that roll out?
So 60 new reports. One of the things I realized is the only dashboards we have is all called moment of time. What's happening now? It did not give us information of what happened last week, last month, last year. So if we don't have those everyday snapshots, there's no way to create trending data. There's no way to tell our customers, hey, you're doing better or worse, or significantly better, significantly worse compared to last week, last year, last month, whatever it is, right? Yeah. So the first thing we implemented, and that's why it took so long, because we had to have the data, was to create snapshots, daily snapshots of every data point. We discussed this when we met the first time, right? And so once the snapshots were done, now we're ready to create insights. And now, after not only creating insights of how your business is performing, now we have moved on to creating insights on how you should be doing. So we have those new sell-through reports and projection reports that tell customer that this is the products that you have not sold through. These are the type of products that you are doing really well on. These are the aged inventory that's just sitting there that you should liquidate before it becomes dead inventory. I'm very proud of the fact that we can bring this to our customers, and a lot of this is live based because we know our customers do live selling. That means inventory goes in fits and starts. It goes like zoom down, and then suddenly, and then the inventory that's taking more than 6 weeks to go out is most probably not going to sell. This is not a regular e-commerce platform. So all of this analytics and insights are getting trained by not only the fact that we have the reports, but also we are in the underlying factor, figuring out what's e-commerce trends, what's overall live commerce trends. And very soon you'll see lines on those charts that will say, this is the trend. And you are here is where you are compared to trend. That's the next level of enhancement that are coming. But we have 64 new reports that we released that really makes us differentiated from anybody else in the market, including Shopify.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I really appreciated the new reports and the data and some of the tools that you do have. You know, I love Shopify, but I also love, like, you have really done a great job of now working on differentiating yourself from what's happening on Shopify as well. You've had a number of other releases and features in the last several months. Talk me through some of your additional favorite releases that you've walked through.
So, as I said, till March of this year, we literally just focused on the refactoring and modularization and categorization and everything. But that was, when I say that we had to do that first and we did that first, it's not a bad thing, because if we didn't do that, we could not be doing anything else that we are doing today. So after we got that release by March, in the last 3 months, April, May, June, my engineers were working like, I cannot praise them enough. People worked, I would say 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, right? My day typically starts at 6 a.m. in the morning and ends at 9 to 10 because we have global engineers now, right? So we have to keep on working with all the teams. They have released some incredible stuff. So let's start with the most valuable one that's going to change the game for live selling. We call it multi-source. So I'm sure you have seen this on Instagram and TikTok where you can have two people with the cut like half screen, right?
Yeah.
That's not what we are building. What we are releasing and released basically last week is basically the ability to create a paradigm shift in live selling, which basically means that you can invite anybody who's in the audience on the fly to join your live sale. You can have them on the screen as a picture in picture on the corner, or give them the full screen and you can be picture in picture, or just give them full screen, or basically bring in a guest guest seller from anywhere, right? And they become full screen and you are in a small screen. Or imagine this. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.
So you actually disappear off camera, allow the guest to be full screen, completely virtually, and your voice is still coming in. These are all innovations. Nobody else has it, because the multi-host and multi-thing that you see in Instagram, TikTok, that person is there or they are not there. They are not there and not there at the same time, right?
Yeah.
We built a digital waiting room, which is like a real room where people can go in and out while their voice stays in the game, or their video and voice stays in the game. And you can be big, small, and then the most important thing, completely sign up free and log in less. So you can invite somebody with just sending a text message and they can come on. No install needed, no app needed, none of that. That's the most exciting. It's going to change live selling like we know it.
Hey, it's time to save the date for our next Boutique Summit, the largest conference for our industry, just for boutique owners, e-commerce stores of all types, and wholesale brands. June 9th and 10th, coming back to Dallas. We can't wait to see you there with several speakers, tons of breakout sessions, your very own private trade show. Did I mention swag? Plus an opportunity to network with retailers just like you, ready to scale and grow your business. You guys, we plan the Boutique Summit on the front end of the market happening at Dallas Market Center, so you can really get the most bang for your buck when you're traveling. Attend the Boutique Summit, stay for market, learn as much as you can, buy as much as you can, and get ready to grow and scale your business. June 9th and 10th, click the show notes to sign up, get the information, and save the date right now.
I just want to touch one more thing on multi-source before you move on to another topic. But I've been able to watch a few boutiques that are testing this, and I think it's so exciting because one of the things that's really taken off in the last 18 months, 24 months, is just these live takeovers. You know, as boutiques have struggled with inventory management and just wanting to find additional streams of revenue, takeovers have become huge. Talk to me about how you see multi-source really changing the game when it comes to boutiques collaborating and doing takeovers with brands.
Okay, thanks for giving me that cue. Actually, that's very important. Two direction on the takeovers, right? At the moment, when people do takeovers, generally there's travel involved, and there is an administration nightmare because they're taking over your store, so all the products need to be imported and all that needs to happen. So with now, what you can do is basically you still need to do that product import, but there's no travel involved, because the person who is actually going live could actually go live from their warehouse and become the primary host on your thing. And you can be a secondary host with a small window or just your voice, egging your customers on to buy from this. Like Mindy, one of our top sellers, is so excited about this because she does a lot of takeovers. So it just changes the game in the way as in that this secondary host becomes the primary host in your case. They are the primary host, but you manage full control on what products are being shown, when they're being shown, and you can come in and out as you need. And secondary, I want to point this out since you gave me the cue. A lot of our customers, our sellers, are tired because they are going live every day, 6 days a week, 3 to 4 hours a day. And a lot of them can access talent, but that means they have to fly the talent to their location and have them come in to be able to go live on their app. That's completely gone forever now. You just have to create a cadence of sending samples to whoever is going to go live. And then your administration team manages the live, the product scanning and everything. And this person who is hosting, the guest host, can host from anywhere they want. absolutely anywhere on their mobile device.
I think that's so exciting. Congratulations, seriously, to your entire team. I know a lot of retailers that I've talked to are really excited about this. So I do think it's a game changer for what's going forward. I know you have several other projects in the works. So are there any others that you have completed that you're excited to share about?
Yeah, so the CommentSold mobile app is one of the biggest things that we have done that makes us very different, right?
Yeah.
But one of the complaints that we've heard is that the mobile app is same for everybody. It looks exactly the same. So mobile app 3.0 is finally out. It went out last week. Not everybody has upgraded, but a lot of people has. Now everything that you build in the CMS, which is now unlimited structured collections, categories, pages, marketing pages, promotion pages, are all available on the mobile app. So now your mobile app can be just your look and feel and your number of pages, and then everybody else's mobile app. So the number of tabs that you have, pages that you have is completely different from everyone else. It's no longer the same mobile app for everyone. How it will be used is completely depending on the customer, but now gives them the flexibility to really, really differentiate themselves and make your mobile app a real commerce hub for selling a lot more products.
That's exciting. I know so many retailers that I talk to, their app is really their number one source of
Correct.
revenue. Yeah, so that's really powerful. Let's talk about drop shipping because I know that's just a huge move for the future. It's everybody's talking about it. Again, so many retailers are tired and inventory management's really, really tight right now. So this is a great wave coming forward. What's CommentSold's role with drop shipping in the future?
So, CommentSold drop shipping is so important for our customers, especially to grow the customers who don't have the financial capability to have a lot of inventory and hold that, right?
Yeah.
So we have been working really hard in the background, and we just released our first GA version of Dropship 2 weeks ago. Basically, what we are able to do is bring in about 5,000 products. We are trying to keep still 40% margin for most of these products, so they get a lot of value. And we are negotiating very hard to get free shipping for most of these products as long as people buy $25 and above. So they should be able to maintain most of their, as we call, the free shipping options and get a lot of the margin by using our catalog that's now available to everybody. And the advantage is that the catalog is getting new suppliers almost every week. But along with dropshipping, we're also focusing on wholesaling a lot, because one of the most important things for a lot of the new customers, new people are coming in, is that they don't know how to source products, even wholesalers, right? So we are spending a lot of time to integrate Boutique Hub into our platform. So because I'm really excited about your cause of generating the wholesale into one platform. And then so very soon, along with drop shipping, there'll be another tab called wholesale, where there'll be access in Boutique Hub's inventory and direct access to all the suppliers in one place. So yeah, dropship, very big deal. 5,000 products right now. We're targeting 100,000 products by the end of next year. So a massive catalog, trying to keep margins high. I hope this will be really a game changer for the smaller boutiques and mid-sized boutiques.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that's an awesome opportunity for so many retailers. And I am excited about you guys integrating Hubventory and giving access to so many of your retailers to what's happening on our platform. And just so you know, those of you who are shopping on Hubventory, you can look for CommentSold's badges on Hubventory now as well. With many of the brands who work with CommentSold, there's also some boards of what's best selling for live sellers, or what are good opportunities and margin builders for live sellers that are listed in specific boards on Hubventory. So I think that's a really great collaboration. Gautam, one other thing that I've been talking about a lot recently and did a keynote at Magic about this, and I think it's just buzz around the industry, is just the use of AI. So there's just so much changing literally every hour with AI. I'm sure you guys have some AI tools in the works. What can you tell me more about how CommentSold is going to be working with AI in the future?
So as you know, CommentSold is basically the only platform in the United States that's connected to TikTok directly. So yes, you can use TikTok with other platforms and sync your products, but with us, we're the only platform that allows you to go live on TikTok and change products. But also, as a lot of our sellers have realized, video clips are a big deal on TikTok. So as much money as you can make on live, you can even make the same amount on just posting a great video clip, right?
Yeah.
So we have been working very diligently on an AI that will take your live sales and create product clips out of that. So our aim is to create
Awesome.
product clips that will be between 10 to 30 seconds long,
Yeah.
which actually not only just cut up the clip, it also compacts the clip. So it takes out extra stuff that is not connected to the product and just say, this is the product, this is what it is, this is the price, right? Take those
Yeah.
pieces and make a clip together and then deliver those clips to our customers as soon as the live is over in the next hour or 2 hours as a bunch of as a zip file of videos they can download and then post up to TikTok, Instagram, wherever as a shoppable clip. Not only that, again, this is not at the moment, there's no date for this. This clips will be automatically added to the mobile apps. So there will be a scroll option in the mobile app where all the video clips that come out of their lives. So at the moment we have live, replays, and now there'll be clips. So there's live, replays, and clips in the mobile app. So people can scroll through the clips and find the products they want and just buy those. Look,
That's really
the
exciting.
aim is the overall aim is to make sure that our customers are not dependent on any single social channel for their traffic. Because as we know, Facebook was big and then it just comes in waves. So we're trying to create it so that our play has always been that your app is a place where you collect all your customers, right? So we will keep on pushing to the app everything that we're doing for all other channels, including the clips. And that, can I talk about our marketplace initiative in this same story? So the
Yeah, absolutely.
marketplace, so the marketplace that we have been working on also, and again, this was a completely new set of resources, so it didn't affect enough it was built offshore. So basically, this will also have this feature every time. So we built it completely connected to the CommentSold core. So any new boutique, let's say, who wants to just start live selling, right? They can sign up for a marketplace front end. It comes with live selling features and the same inventory management that CommentSold is using, same screens. So it's because the same platform. And you can build a website immediately because it's the same CMS that CommentSold is using built in. So you sign up, you can create your storefront, you start going live immediately. Then you can build your website and you can start, and all the products that you pulled in also on the website. Cool thing is video clips will also launch there. So you can actually, every time you go live, it creates clips and puts it on the marketplace. The advantage of the marketplace is there's also traffic there. So it's a group area. So everybody's traffic is coming in and people get a chance to discover other people. But as you get bigger and as you start collecting a lot of people into your website, you say, I now want my own thing. No problem. Click on a button, say, I want my app. There you go. You got your app. You turn off your marketplace. Now you went from starting small, using the traffic that is shared, building your website up, building your revenue, building your customer base, and then going to build your own app. That waterfall is now real. And the marketplace launches sometime this month. We have a press release coming out. I don't want to give out the date, but yes, it's coming up sometime next week, within the next 2 weeks.
Wow. That you guys have been busy. That's incredible. Tell me more about Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, please go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, you guys have had a ton on your plate and just solidifying the base, as you said, of the entire, company and core product and existing customers. Is there anything else, would you say, just biggest lessons this year as you look back your first year with the company? What are some of the biggest lessons overall that you've learned personally?
It's been a really adventurous journey, I have to say. You, Jason Stoker, Mindy, people like this going to the South, meeting with a lot of our sellers. I learned a lot about America to start with. I learned a lot about the South and Midwest culture, right?
Yeah.
And I learned about how to communicate with people in the Midwest and the South and listen to their concerns and address their concerns. It was really enriching, I have to say, because as technologists, we focus a lot on the two coasts, and my world has been limited. It has opened up significantly now. Like visiting Huntsville, I've been to Starkville 4 times in the last year. I've been to Dallas 10 times, right? I have
Yeah.
been to all of these like little smaller towns in Ohio and other places where I would not have gone otherwise. And I have met people and I've seen their warmth and I've seen the passion that they bring to their business and how business and family are together in the Midwest and the South. So that has been a learning thing. It's been a challenge because I didn't have that sense at the beginning. It took me some time to adapt myself. I'm hoping I'm still learning. I'm hoping I'm better now to address some of my customers' challenges, but that has been the biggest learning and challenge at the same time.
Well, I appreciate your honesty and just vulnerability in sharing that, because everyone that I know that's on the platform, I mean, even with the largest customers, the majority of your customers, they're small businesses. And every live sale that they have, it impacts their ability to feed their family. So I think you just saying, how do I build their trust? How do I build a relationship? How do I maintain integrity? And business in the Midwest and the South is very different than what's on the coast. So I think you just even, speaking directly about that says a lot, because it's important to every single one of your customers.
I know. Can I just tell you what makes me like really like excited about this?
Yeah, tell me.
About the future? I think the Common Soul is on the brink of greatness, to tell you the truth. Because the thing is that look, when Brandon built this company, he built it for small businesses, right? And then along the journey, a lot of the small businesses became very big businesses, right? And CommentSold to solve their problem became a very complex tool.
Hmm.
And that has caused a lot of problems for the new small businesses because when they jump in, they see so much and they don't need so much to actually start their business. So, but the so much is needed by the complex businesses. So it's a very hard problem. Like our big
Yeah.
businesses need the so much, small businesses only need this much. Finally, I think now we have the waterfall. We have a plugin for Shopify. I don't know. We just released it. It's press release is coming. We have a marketplace. This allows people. You are a Shopify business. You want to go on live selling. You want to try CommentSold. Jump in 2 seconds. Self service. You are live 2 days later or 24 hours later, depending on how fast you want to go. You are even smaller. You are a solopreneur. You are a creator. You are just a housewife who wants to experiment with live selling and try to sell some stuff, like Amanda was when she started. Just go to the marketplace, upload 10 products, go live, start selling, right?
Yeah.
And both of those are clearly integrated with the core. At any point of time, you want to go more, just check a box that you have more, and you have more, and you have more,
Mm.
so that the waterfall is finally ready. So anybody to start with our platform and grow with our platform and not run out of steam somewhere in between.
I
And we're
love that.
integrating with the biggest providers. We're integrating with Commission Junction, integrating with Google, Facebook, a lot of live stream integrations coming. We know, TikTok is already there, and partnerships with like Ship Hero and other things are coming. So it will become what everybody needs, the bigger ones as well as the smaller ones. I'm super excited to partner with you because you are a big proponent of this small boutiques and small sellers. I really want to become, I would say, again become the go-to person for Boutique Hub to say, hey, if you want to start a small business and start growing, the best place is to one of the CommentSold solutions. Pick one. In place of just one, there's three now.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see all of it roll out. And I'm curious just to even hear you take this one step further. This is the future of CommentSold, which is exciting. Tell me, even, what is the future of live selling as a whole? Where do you see this industry
Yeah,
going?
yeah. So, we did a lot of study on live selling, obviously, even before the investment and since the investment. And one of the things that we have to understand is live selling is not about brands, it's about people. It's individuals that drive live selling. So, to
Yes.
anybody who's hearing this, listening to this, remember live selling does not depend on what products you have in the catalog. It depends on how interesting you are and how you can engage with your audience and how you're making your audience feel like you see them and they see you. The most powerful live sellers in the world sell anything and everything under the world. Like there's this live seller in China who sold billions of dollars of product in one day. And basically he sells makeup. It's all about the creators, it's all about the personalities. So whoever you are, If you have the personality, we are going to give you everything else you need. We give you products, we give you the platform, we give you the software. I think the live selling unlock in the US actually is going to come from enabling individuals who have this ability to be very powerful on camera with products and logistics, because those two things don't naturally go together. Just because you're a business minded person who wants to buy products and sell products doesn't mean you're great on camera. But great on camera is absolutely necessary for live selling. So I think that's the unlock, and we're very close to unlocking it.
I think that's very exciting. Gautam, thank you so much for sharing all the highlights, the roadmap, the things that you've been working on, the new releases. Is there any last thing you'd like to say just to your customer base, or maybe to those who are listening who haven't yet tried CommentSold, about just the company and where you guys are headed?
Well, for the customer base, like, look, every day when I wake up at 5 a.m., right, the first thing I look at is our dashboard and how our customers are doing. And right, the first two meetings I have is with my customer growth and my support team to understand if there was any issues with the platform. Like, we have had some downtime here and there, and I take personal responsibility for that because we have been upgrading the platform. So when you upgrade this, there's always little things that we miss, but we are upgrading it significantly. So your patience is really appreciated. For the net new customers, there is nothing better out there to get started. Now that we have the video for Shopify and the marketplace, you get started very easy, and then you adopt CommentSold slowly. So when you grow from selling $5,000 a month to $5 million a month, we are there for you. We have everything you need.
Perfect. Gigi, thanks so much. It's always great to see you and to catch up, to hear the updates. We will definitely link everything up in the show notes, you guys. If you have any questions about CommentSold, we have a special link and landing page just for you. We've been so fortunate at the Hub to have special pricing and a great opportunity with CommentSold. So again, Gigi, thanks for your time today, and I can't wait to see what's coming next.
Well, thanks for giving me the time as well. I really appreciate it.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope that you loved it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a rating and review down below for a chance to be one of our featured listeners each and every week. For more information on our spirit of community over competition and how to access complete show notes and bonus downloads from our guests, head on over to theboutiquehub.com and join the community. We'll see you next week.